Hello guys, so here is the model of the camera that we decided to buy. That is the EOS M50 Mark II, a Canon. It's a 4K camera that can do videos up to 4K scaling. It has a dual aperture, and also it comes with a lens which is the STM. The STM lens is for video stabilization, and that means this camera can be used to do professional movies. Out of the box, manual here that is showing how to set up the camera and things that entails the camera productivity, settings, and how to use it. Again, we have warranty cards for the camera. Is 2 years warranty. Then also we have the Google Aperture. Considering this camera is Wi-Fi enabled, you can use it for streaming on YouTube, you can use it for streaming on Facebook and other things. Meaning you have a setup catalog for your cloud, that is the Google Photos cloud, Google Drive cloud, Adobe Creative cloud. Meaning if you have a productivity software like Adobe Creative, you can use the Adobe Creative cloud and link it up through Wi-Fi direct, and then upload your media directly to those specific websites. Again, we have the Canon warranty that is specific for this region, covering all the things that are required. Now let's first of all have a quick peek on the box. The first thing we see here is the power cable, and we have this, and this is our STM lens kit. So let me just unveil it once and for all, so that you can have a look at how it looks like. It's pretty small but extremely powerful. So this is how it looks like. Let me just unveil it so that you have a look how it looks like. Quite a pretty small lens, looking nice. And this is an aperture lens, STM stabilizer, that is 15 to 45 millimeters. So this one actually is good for 4K shooting of videos and photos. And this is beautiful for vlogging because of the size. Since this camera is a mirrorless camera, it is not a DSLR, it's a mirrorless camera. It's a camera you can carry around for your vlogs regardless of the position you are in. So you can just unlock the lens, and you can see how the aperture is extremely small. It's not a wide aperture. Then we unveil again the strap, the Canon strap for the camera. Then we have the battery. One of the biggest selling point of this camera is the battery life. This battery is extremely versatile. You can do continuous 180 minutes continuous 4K video recording. So it's good to have such like kind of information when you're buying your camera. And then again, here we have the charger. One thing that we've also realized about the M50 Mark II camera is the process of charging. It is not advisable to do direct USB charging through the camera. So they give you very comprehensive charger where you just plug in the battery exterior, then you plug it to power and you can charge your battery. We unveiled the beast. This is the camera itself. This is a pretty sleek, well nicely designed camera. And the first impression I get here is actually two things. One is the size. It looks exactly like the Infinity version of Sony, the Sony A7, A6500 series. But the biggest upside of this camera, it has the manual flash. At the same time, you can use the speed lights. At the same time, you can use the light sensors At the same time, you can use this a multifunctional dock. You can dock a lot of things here. Then it has a digital viewfinder, which is extremely amazing because as you realize, all other frameless cameras like the Sony A series, the Sony Infinity series doesn't have digital viewfinder. This one has a digital viewfinder. So it gives you a beautiful scope for when you are doing shooting in extreme weather, like if there's rain, there is a lot of sand and other things, you can use the digital viewfinder. Then this has a frameless screen that is at full touch, full 10-finger touch, and you can rotate this screen any direction. You can put it up, you can put it up to this. So when you are doing vlogging, you can actually set it up and do it yourself without any other camera chemicals. That is a big upscale for this, and that's why it's very expensive in pricing. Again, when you look at it, when you are doing things like professional shooting, like in the studio, angle, when you have it on the stand, so setting up is going to get much better when you think about such like things. 24 frames per second. The ISO setting is up to 64,000 for this camera. So the aperture, the shutter speed, and the ISO settings is really malleable. That's why you can actually have the setting on manual video shooting. When you have it in manual video shooting, you can actually be able to play around with the ISO settings. You can play around with the shutter speed. You can also play around with things like the exposure to get better view. With this kind of a kit lens, you are unlimited. There is nothing limiting you. You are completely versatile in what you can do in the field, even with one hand. So I'm actually thinking if you are to do vlogging with this, it will be extremely easier for you to just have this on this your direction, and then you just use one hand held. Even if you don't have a stand, you can actually use this with a single hand. Another beautiful fact about this camera is that being a camera that is usable on manual setting, you can have this camera when you're walking. You can take a vlog with it without any image disturbance because it has what is called digital stabilization. Upon digital stabilization, also this camera has a manual track for your face. And then the improvement on Mark II is the fact that this camera can do eyeball track. So when you are doing a high resolution video like 1080p, you can lock settings on somebody's eyeball. So it can track the eyeball. So you don't lose focus on very fast movement objects when you are doing the shooting. So this one you can do very professional videos, extremely clear, extremely good exposure at any particular time. Again, we had some other items here. First of all, we have, since this camera is recording in HD and also in 4K, we must have an Extreme Pro. If you're using a normal card, you won't be able to get the good quality transfers to your card. So this card that we've bought is 200 Mbps, meaning that you can have a very high speed data transfer between your camera and your card recording. Then this is 128 GB. This is a studio quality stand for camera. Studio functionality, outdoor functionality, and every other thing. So this one is something that I need also to show you. It comes in this kind of a package. It has a bag which is waterproof, is weatherproof. So if you are going to do your shootings in a place where there's rain, you can carry it on yourself as you are walking around. So let me unveil it so that you see how it looks like. So this is what we have here. Surprisingly, it doesn't have manuals. Because it has the usage manual. So let me see how it looks like. This is quite a professional manual and automatic mode. camera stand that is 3-way adjustable. You can adjust it to the left, you can adjust it to the right, and then you also have the stand distribution as this one. You just open, and then you have the stand distribution like this. You can have the stand distribution by just opening the loads like that. Then have the stand distribution. So once that one is done, you can use the, I don't know if you are having a look at this, you can use stabilized motion on this. Then the beautiful things, you are scaled on the stabilization. Again, it has a level finder. So if you look at it, this green pillar, it shows you the level. So when you are setting it outside in a place where there is rough terrain, you know exactly the positioning that you've done is perfect for your camera. And then now you can slot in your camera and then you can work. So this is a very professional stand for studio work, outdoor work and other things. So that is what we have for this camera for now. This is the microphone, and this is how it looks like. So this one actually is what you will be seeing the media personnel taking videos with, and this is what we will be using for our professional audio capture to our camera. And it has the stellars. The stellars is the connector to your audio range, and then you can fix it on the audio range just like that. And then we have the connectors from the main log to the camera, 3500 millimeters input jack. Then you have the flexible one, so that you can use when you want to use the camera in outdoor situations. You have the flexible one. And then you have a very nice professional bag for your microphone. It's professional. This bag actually for the microphone is also weatherproof. You can have it rained on and it won't get into your microphone. So it's also a nice branded bag for the microphone set. Professional headgear for your M50 Mark II camera. So that's all we have to offer for now, and we shall give you more updates on the utilities and the functionalities of this camera.